Okay, what time is it? Well, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. And after a few hours of sleep, not very many, I woke up to see if Amazon Prime was working the way it should be working, because I just did a video a few hours ago before I went to bed. Okay, fucking Amazon. Amazon Prime is still working. I'm still signed up as an Amazon Prime customer. I have been an Amazon Prime customer, a fucking Amazon Prime customer, for years and years. And all of a sudden it appeared that Amazon Prime wasn't working for me correctly. So after a few hours of sleep, I came to investigate and to see if they had corrected their problem. Now, they may have corrected something, maybe, but I was always an Amazon Prime customer, even a few hours ago. What they have done is they are now offering, Amazon Prime is offering, that you can get Max. You can get a free trial, in fact. Fuck Max. God damn. All these services they're doing all kinds of, there's a YouTube site called, I think it's Cord Cutters. And they cover this. The guy does a really good job of covering, every day I think he does a video about it. And the stuff that he said in the past has been correct. I just woke up hungry, and I just made I've made a microwave cheeseburger. So I'm going to stop here. Don't touch the mouse, because I'm going to pause here. And I'll be right back to tell you about fucking Amazon. Or do I call it fucking Amazon Prime? I think I'm going to call it for the rest of my life. I'm 82, so it won't be very long, but I think I'm going to be calling it fucking Amazon Prime. It just pisses me off. It's not, by the way, that Slums of Beverly Hills that I wanted to see it so bad. That's not the reason. If you look at the video, you're going to see, oh, he wanted to see it, and then you're going to think, oh, he wanted to see some tits or something or other. I've seen that movie many times, and I do like them. I think it's a cute movie. And that's not what it was. It was the way that I go to Amazon like I normally do, and bang, up on the screen, or the front page or whatever it was, wherever, maybe I went to a specific page. I go to it, and splashed across there is, hey, movies are available now, And it doesn't say if you purchase Amazon, Max, or if you purchase a 7-day free trial or something like that. It makes it, to me, look like, and I think it was deliberate, or if it wasn't deliberate, I think it was deliberate. I think there's probably a bunch of people, and people maybe that have more money than, well, everybody has more money than I do. I think it was deliberately done, or maybe it was accidentally, done. Somebody installed, a coder or whatever did it, and or maybe I'm just stupid. But I'm pissed, and I think for the rest of my fucking life, I'm going to call fucking Amazon Prime. Anyway, I'm going to eat my cheeseburger, and I don't think I'm going to feel any better when I come back. I think I'm still going to be saying fucking Amazon Prime. Or now I'll just say fucking Amazon, I think. Anyway, don't touch the mouse. I'm back. You didn't even know I left, did you? Okay. I didn't eat the last couple bites of the microwave of cheeseburger because I just wanted to come back and make this short and get it uploaded because I'm pissed off right now, but in a few hours I won't be pissed off anymore because this is just life. Now please, 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 please do not leave a comment saying, "Oh, Jim, well, right there, the thing they showed you on the screen, it says right there, Max, Prime Video Channels is the Prime benefit that lets you choose your channels. Only members can." That wasn't there last night. That wasn't there yesterday whenever I was... I guess, okay, computer programmers, I guess, hey, they installed the code so that you could click and you could start a 7-day free trial. And they installed the code so that you could sign up for Max. And they showed some movies that are really popular movies that somebody probably would like. They probably figure, oh, some old man is going to want to watch Slums of Beverly Hills and see some tits or something. And they put something on there. So I guess because I went all over when this, I went all over. You actually watched me, I think, in the previous fucking video. I went all over. I'm signed up for Prime. They've been taking out for Prime, for years. I'm very happy with the service at Prime. So then I guess sometime when I was sleeping or something, then they put this thing here. I guess it's over. No, it's over there. Is it? Anyway. So then they have that there because that, if I'd have seen that, I'd have been, oh, okay, they're offering Max because a whole bunch of, like I said, that guy that has, I'll try to find the link and put it below, Cable Cutters. He does a really good job of explaining what's going on, and ahead of time so you know what's coming up, and he's been correct. Stuff like this is coming up. There are major changes being made to all the services, and there are providers of things that are doing away with channels and movies and things like that, and they're offering it in a different way. I'm just amazed. He's been talking about it for quite a while, maybe a little too much, but maybe not enough in something like this. So, yeah. Please do not say, Jim, well, it's right there on the screen. It says, okay, it didn't yesterday for, I don't know, an hour or two when I kept going back to my, Amazon menus and stuff. It shows, well, I'm paying, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe my credit card, maybe it's the expiration date. So I go and look at, no, that's correct. Everything's correct. It's the correct card. It's the correct expiration date, a correct address, my correct email, all this kind of, and I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? And what's going on is they're offering Max, and I think they set those things, the programmers, I'm not mad at the programmers, I mean, and people make mistakes and things happen. Let me mention a short thing just to give you an idea that I understand that shit happens. Working at a small hospital, security, and the nursing service director or whatever came to me one night. Well, not the director, but the supervisor at that time of nursing. Jim, do you have a list of employees or whatever? And I said, well, down at the main hospital, the security department down there, they have a printout of all the employees, whatever, but I don't have one here. And she said, well, we got a sick nurse, and I was thinking if she has to go home or if something comes up, how would we get hold of her, let her know, let the family know what's going on. And I said, well, security here we have on any computer, at the hospital. I can sit down at one of the business office or admitting desk or anything, and I can enter into our security function thing. I said, but it doesn't have a list of all the employees. It has other stuff. And I said, I'll see if I can get that set up, for us, so we'll have that in case something like this happens. And she said, great. So I did that. I contacted, main hospital security, and I said what we needed and the reason we needed it, and data processing, set it up. And I'm the only security officer working, at the hospital for basically small hospital, and so they said, okay, it's all set up for you, and here's how you sign in. Okay, so I logged in. Okay, there's the employees listed. But in addition to all the employees listed, all the employees' positions were listed. All the hospital positions, like housekeeping 1, housekeeping 2, housekeeping 3, security officer, hospital administrator, hospital assistant administrator, director, purchasing, all this stuff is listed, and it lists what the pay is for these positions or whatever, that stuff, and some additional information. So, it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, and data processing down at the main hospital, which is a big, big hospital. I know because I worked down there for years. I know there's 1, 2, maybe 3 data processing people, probably just 1 or 2. But I call down, I get the guy on explain who I am and everything. And I said, you set that, oh yeah, we set that up for you. Is it working okay? And I said, well, I think it works a little too good. I said, I can log in and not just see the information that, that we requested that you, do for us, but I can look up every job position that there is in this hospital and what the starting pay is, average pay is, top pay is, and a whole bunch of, no, he said, no, you can't. No, you can't do that. And I said, yes, I can. And he said, no, you can't look up that information. I said, are you sitting at your computer? And he says, yes, okay. I said, type in this. Okay. Now, hit enter. Okay, type in this. Okay, now hit enter. Okay, type in this. Now hit enter. And he goes, oh shit. You can. He says, oh, Jim, he didn't know me, but I told him my name, so it's not like we probably passed each other maybe in the hall down there or something. And he says, oh, Jim, he says, thanks a lot. We'll take care of this. We'll correct this. Thanks a lot for finding this, I don't think he said bug or whatever, but so I understand. My ex-wife, Darlene, drives me crazy too. That's another reason I'm so pissed off. She doesn't want to learn anything about computers really. Just wants to, sort of a need-to-know thing. And that sort of worked in the past, but it doesn't also work because she gets frustrated, and if I try to say, okay, well, the reason is, you have your screen set to maximum because she has some vision problems, and the menu items, like in the past, she said, I can't do such and such. Where is the fucking, the taskbar? Where is the menus on the side or whatever? She has, those are off screen and stuff like that. So she's always saying, well, disaster, they, such and such, I can't, I said, give it some time, and then, so that's partially it too, that just, God, I got so tired of that, and she won't, listen. And she does some things that she shouldn't, be doing with the computer, and she won't listen to me telling her, don't do that, don't save your passwords here, don't do this, don't do that, and she doesn't care, because she just wants to play. And you might have some respect for her when I say that she wants to play her games. She's not, I can't even think of some games because I haven't played, the only game I play is Civilization 6, and I haven't played it in months. And when I do play it, I've been playing it for years, I never win it, and I never lose it. I just want to build my little, build the cities and the states and acquire my military and my, my gold and all this kind of stuff is. And I don't want to go to war with anybody else. I don't want to play against, I'm playing it single, I don't want to play against anybody that's going to. So that makes me a weirdo too, because I got a grandson that, goddamn, and he's very good at all the gaming situations. So how long have I been talking? No, about over 50, a little bit over 15 minutes. Okay, so mystery solved. I guess I'll leave up the video that I made yesterday because I've already put in the header that I found out what's wrong, and I put in the top thing, I think, what's wrong. But I wanted to make this video too about fucking Amazon Prime. Is that what I've decided I'm going to call it? I'm not actually, I'm going to, And I understand how these things happen now. My ex-wife, she's not as understanding. It'll be like, the computer's broke, the computer's broke. No, you just need to turn on the monitor or something, And every time, when it works for her, then it works for her, and she doesn't. But like, she'll be sitting there squinting or something, and I'll say, I have a gigantic, bigger monitor than you have. No, this works okay. And then finally, after months or a year or something or other, I just say, okay, never mind. And I just go in there, hook it up. And then she goes, wow, man, that is so great and everything. And then she'll be sitting there, squinting at the keyboard or something or other. And of course, I've mentioned from the very beginning, and she'll be doing that, and I'll say, just a second, I'm changing your keyboard. No, this works okay. What I've got, this works okay. And then I bring in the lighted keyboard, and she's, oh wow, I can finally see. Jesus. It wouldn't matter if, in a normal situation. She also has, and I think that's from the very beginning, she has like zero respect for, She tells me a lot of things like, oh, well, you push the microwave, or be sure and turn the thing over in the microwave. Be sure and do, she tells me, tells me these things. I think actually she's having some, I don't know if it's early Alzheimer's or what it is, and that's just, God, I don't need, with the situation here anyway, I don't need that. Yeah. My mother had Alzheimer's. I was lucky with my mother. We were really lucky family. My mother was living in her mobile home for years, and she never went out. And she was able to get around. She could get it up she got out of her bed in the morning, and she went over and got her ice container filled with ice cubes, and then she got her Pepsi or whatever she drank, and she got her alcohol and added that, and she, she did just fine, really basically fine. I mean, at some point, like, actually it turned out to be around Thanksgiving, and I knew she was having trouble, and so Hillary, my daughter, moved in with her, and Hillary's been, she's been a concern when she was younger, but on the other hand, somebody that she's there to take care of everybody, and stuff. So she moved in with her, and she was there. But anyway, so Hillary and her made Thanksgiving dinner, and then I went over, and there was, I forget who else, showed up. And Betty always liked to eat, drink, and eat. And so, there was fantastic turkey made and all that kind of dressing and, everything. And Betty didn't eat anything. And I went over and I said, Betty, you're not eating anything. And she wouldn't eat anything. And then finally, I'm not too smart, Finally, because her television would go, well, like Darlene's, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I said, is your TV broke? The TV, it wasn't on the other day when I was here, and it's not on now. And I said, something wrong? And she says, Mrs. Reagan, the President Reagan's, wife or whatever, she's been talking to me through the computer, and she's been saying hateful, scary things to me. So I don't watch the computer anymore. And then I knew, okay. And because also my mother had been in the hospital a few times, the one that I worked at, that I was working at then, a few blocks from where we lived. I lived in the same trailer park that she lived in, but on a different street. She lived on C Street, or Canna, and I lived on J, Jasmine. That was the last street. And so then I knew. But like, Betty never went out. The next door neighbors were kind enough to be picking up her alcohol for her, but I didn't know that. I do have a regret, and I've mentioned this before in some videos, for years my mother had tons of pictures. I mean, from the old days, when my mother was 15 years old or whatever and stuff. And before, when she was a baby in a stroller and stuff, she had all these pictures. Had a picture of her family back, and it looked like it was like, if you saw the movie, the Hatfield McCoys or whatever. That's the way her family looked. They were out on the porch. They brought some of their furniture out on the porch so people taking the picture could see, and they were there. And, they had their rifles or whatever. And she wanted me repeatedly, oh, Jimmy, sit down. Sit down, let me show you these pictures. And I said, I'll do it later. Not today. I never looked at the pictures with her. And I've mentioned, hey, if you've got a, father, mother, or grandfather, or grandmother, or something, and they ask you to, sit down and go through the pictures with them or stuff. Because now I have questions like, see, which uncle is this? And who is this in this picture? And I have a lot of questions that I'm, curious about. No way to find out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and please So don't mention Jim. How could you think that there was something wrong with your Amazon Prime? And how could you not understand that they were just offering it because they didn't offer it, because it wasn't, if it had appeared that way? Please, please, don't do it. Do you people not listen to what I say? Do you not read the comments underneath, Please, please, please. So anyway, thank you very much for watching.